Hi everyone, welcome to another green marble crochet tutorial. For this tutorial I'll be showing you how to make a 3-strand basket beach bag using these 3 variegated yarns. Bless me, probably shouldn't have stuck my face in all that yarn. Do you love how I pretend like I didn't know I was being filmed? The birds are really loud this morning. I'll be using this 10mm hook. The trick to this design is that we're going to be using all 3 yarns at the same time. Now to begin, make a slip knot. Adjust the knot to the hook. And we'll begin by chaining 11. So 1, 2, 3, chain 11. There are my 11 chains. Now, skipping the first chain from the hook, so that one there, put a single crochet into the second chain from the hook. So, single crochet is insert hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. And that's a single crochet. Now, work a single crochet into each chain all the way back to the beginning of the row. So here I am back at the beginning. I've put 10 single crochets all the way down into the first chain. I also just wanted to mention quickly that with this it can be quite strenuous on your hands, so every once in a while you might want to just put things down and flex your hands, give them a bit of a massage, you know, get the blood pumping again, because it is quite strenuous at times. Okay, so now that we've put a single crochet into each chain all the way back down, we are going to, the next step is to chain another 11. So chain 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so there are my next 11, chain of 11. Okay, so skipping the first chain from the hook again, so that one just there, we're going to put a single crochet into the second chain from the hook. So a single crochet, just like that. And then again, working back down to the beginning of that chain 11, a single crochet into each of the chain stitches. Alright, now that I'm back to the beginning again, I'm going to slip stitch into that original chain just there next to the knot. So put a slip stitch into there, just on that side of the knot, just like that. Now moving that slip stitch to the side just there, we're going to chain up 1, and including the stitch that we slipped into, we're going to work a single crochet into the next 9 stitches. So 1 and 2 and 3, so the next 9 stitches. Alright, now that we've reached the end just there, we've reached the 10th stitch, we're going to be putting 2 single crochets into that 10th stitch just there. So just make sure you have a look. There it is, just there. So put 2 single crochets into that 10th stitch, 1 and 2. Now into the next stitch along, we're going to be putting another 2 single crochets into the same stitch. So that one just there, just like that. 1 and and 2. Alright, now that you've done that, you're going to put a single crochet into the next 18 stitches along until you get to this end, just here. Actually, I think it's the next 17 stitches. One moment. No, I was right the first time. So put a single crochet into the next 18 stitches all the way back till you reach the other end of this round. Well, just down there. Okay, so 18, should be 18. Alright, now that we've reached the other end, we're going to be doing the same as we did at the other end. And we're going to be putting 2 single crochets into that end stitch, or the bottom of that end stitch really. So 1 and 2, and same as at the other end, another 2 single crochets into the next stitch along, so that one just there. Persevere, because sometimes they're going to seem a little tight, especially at first, but stick with it and you will get there, and it will be worth it. So there's 2 into that stitch just there. Put those down and flex your hands a little. Okay. Now there should be 9 stitches left for this round. So put 9 stitches in, and then we'll meet back up. So you're going to just do 9 single crochets and then slip stitch into that chain 1 that you did. So here I am at the 9th stitch. 9th stitch, and then moving on, find the top of that. So don't put a single crochet into that one just there, the slip stitch. Just move straight into slip stitching into the top of that chain 1. So that's that one just there. You'll be able to find it. Alright, there we go. Slip stitching into that one. And there you have the beginning of your base. It may look a little wonky at first, but don't worry too much yet, because it will start to even out and it will start to come together. Okay, so for this round, we're going to once again, hang on a second. Oh, it's never fun to, anyway. So once again, we're going to chain up 1. So chain 1 and do the 9 single crochets into, do a single crochet into the next 9 stitches, including the stitch that we slipped into. So that's this one just down here into that stitch. So 1 and count 9. Okay, so I've done those 9 single crochets. Now we're up to an increase. And what we do next is we put 2 single crochets into the next 4 stitches. So 2, 2, 2, and 2. So that's 1, 2, and the next one along. 1, 2, next one, 1, oh, 2, and the next one, last one for the double on this side, 1, and 2. Okay, now you're going to put a single crochet once again into the next 18 stitches till you get to the other end, and once you get to the other end you're going to do the same as you did just here. You're going to put 2 single crochets into the next 4 stitches after those 18 stitches. So I'll meet back up with you after I've done those 18 stitches and we'll go through it together. Okay, I've reached the other end. So now, like I said, we're going to put 2 single crochets into the next 4 stitches. So 2, 2, 2, 2. And then once you've done that, you're going to just put a single crochet into the remaining 9 stitches all the way back to the chain 1, and then slip stitch into the chain 1. Alright, moving on to the next round, we once again chain up 1 and put a single crochet into the next 9 stitches, so including the stitch we slipped into being 1. Alright, now that I've done those 9 single crochets, I'm going to start the next increase, which is 2 single crochets followed by 1, followed by 2, followed by 1, 2, 1, 2 and 1. So 2 into this stitch, the next stitch, followed by 1 into the next stitch along, then the next stitch along is 2 stitches into the same stitch, followed by 1. So yeah, just do that 2 more times for a total of 4 increasey bits. And then once you've done that, you're going to put a single crochet into the next 18 stitches till you get to the other end. And then when you get to the other end, do the same thing. So after the 18th stitch, you're going to do 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And then when you've finished that, there should be 9 stitches left for the round, so you'll complete those 9 stitches and put a slip stitch into the chain 1. Alright, for the next round, which I think is going to be my last increase for the base, we're going to once again chain up 1 and then do our 9 single crochets till we get to the increase section. And then for this increase section, what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 single crochets into the beginning of the increase, followed by 1, 1. So 2 single crochets into the first stitch, followed by 1 single crochet into the next stitch, followed by 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and you're going to do that 4 times. So it'll go 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. And then once you've done that, you'll do your 18 single crochets till you get right down to the other end, and you'll do the same as you did at the other end. So 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, and then you'll be left with your 9 single crochets again. So you'll do those and you'll slip stitch into the chain 1. And then after we've done that, I'll show you how to move on to the body of the bag. That sounded a little bit sinister. No, to just move on to the rest of the bag. Alright, that's another round completed, and I think I'm going to leave that as enough increases for my base. I think that's basey enough. Alright, now the fun begins, and what we do, and by fun I mean we just do something a little bit different. So, next up, we're going to be turning to the body of the bag, and what we do is we sort of move that to there. We're going to be putting a front post into every stitch, and what a front post is when you put the hook through the back, just there, okay, so through the back just there, out through the front. It's going to be a little bit tight, but persevere, it's going to be okay. And then you put it back in through in front of the stitch, just like that. Then grab the yarn and yarn over the hook, pull it through. Oh, that first one's not easy. And then single crochet, just like that. And that's a front post. So I'll do that once again with you. So it's not that easy to see, but it'll start to make sense the more you do it. So going in through the side of the stitch just there, and then round the front of it and out through the other side. Yarn over the hook, pull through, yarn over, and single crochet. So do that into every single stitch all the way around. So we'll do it one more time together. So in through the side of the stitch, then out through, I hope you're able to see that, out through the other side, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. One more time. I'll try and make it a little more clear. I hope it's pretty clear. Okay, so in through the back, out beside the stitch, just like that, and then in through the other side, so just like that, and single crochet. One more time. I just really want to make sure that I'm showing you this okay. So in through the side, just there, so it's in through the side of that stitch just there, and then you're going to poke it through to the other side, so it goes in front, and single crochet, so just like that, and you'll start to see that it raises up just here, so it's going to start raising up all the way along. Now once you get to the end of the round, don't slip stitch into anything, just continue. So we're not going to be slip stitching anymore, we're just going to be doing it in one continuous spiral until you've grown the bag to the length size that you want it to be. So yeah, we're also going to be doing some handles, so I'll meet back up with you again once I've grown my bag to the length or size that I want it to be. I might actually meet back up with you again once we reach here and just show you what I mean by continuing all the way along. I think we're probably going to skip that slip stitch because you don't want to include that, that's not part of the stitch count. So just, yeah, once you get there, skip the slip stitch, which is that one just there, and just single crochet, continue all the way around. Okay, we'll meet back up when I need to show you how to do the... Actually, we'll meet back up and I'll show you how it's progressing, just so you can get a bit of an idea how it's going to look. Alright, so I've completed my round of front posts, and now I'm just going to continue to single crochet straight into the next stitch. No slip stitch, just single crochets, and continue like that in a spiral, keep going round till you've grown the work. So you'll be able to see as well that it's got this kind of ridge effect just here, so that'll help you sort of, well, I don't know what it'll help you with, but that'll help you see how the bag's going to look. So yeah, I'll meet back up with you again once I've done a few rows and we'll have a look. Okay, now that I've crocheted to a size that I'm pretty happy with, I'm going to start work on the handles. So what I've done is I've marked out 8 stitches in the middle on either side. So here's where I've marked 8 stitches, 2 on those 2 markers, and just here as well. So what happens, there's 8 stitches marked out, and from here on, instead of, well, for this round, instead of crocheting into those 8 stitches, what I'm going to do, now that I've reached that area, I'm going to chain 8. So instead of crocheting into the stitches, chain 8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so chained 8. Now, make sure I got that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Now I'm going to skip those 8 stitches that I've got marked out and put a crochet or single crochet into the next stitch along. So just like that. Single crochet, and then continue on around until you get to the next 8 stitches that you've marked out. And do the same. Skip the 8 stitches, chain 8, single crochet into the stitch after the skipped 8 stitches, and then just crochet around. I'm going to do 3 more rounds to grow the handles, or the handle section, and yeah, then it'll be finished. So that's it. That's all you really have to do. So I'll go away, I'll finish that, and then I'll come back, see how it looks, show off my new bag. Hopefully I'll finish it tonight so I can use it tomorrow for work, because this is going to be really, really good to carry my folders and stuff. It's also going to be really good to take to the beach. Like, I really love the colours. I think it's so sort of beachy. Alright, so yeah, that's that. We'll go away, we'll do that, we'll come back, and we'll see how they look. Okay, I just wanted to quickly mention that when you go to put your single crochets into that chain of 8 that you did for the handle, or both the handles, instead of putting your single crochet into the top of that V like you normally would into the chain, turn the chain over, and on the back you'll find, I don't know whether you can see that, so on the back you'll find, see those bumps just there? Those bumps are the back of the stitch. So put your single crochet into those bumps. It's going to be a little bit tight and a little bit difficult at first, but persevere and just trust me, it'll make the handles look better. I'm not sure if you can see. No. I think it just gives a softer look. That's just my opinion. You don't have to, obviously, but I think also if you do this, it'll be softer to carry. I don't know, maybe I'm just making that up. Anyway, yeah, so just try and do that. We'll see how it looks. I finished my bag. I think it looks really good. I really love it. So here's the bottom. This is what the bottom should look like. You can also turn it inside out and have it the other way around, but I personally prefer it. Tommy, stop. Tommy. Tommy, stop. So you can also turn it inside out, but I prefer it this way with this ridged effect on the bottom. Just like that. Okay. Now what I was talking about before with the straps, or with the handles, so there are the handles, and if you put the single crochet onto the back of that chain, the bump on the back of it, sort of, you get the braided look. You can see it's braided more like this, and it'll be more comfortable to hold. Anyway, I think you'll see what I mean. Try it out yourself. Like, try stitching into the top of the V and then try stitching into the back, and just see the difference for yourself. That's the best way to explain things. Anyway, so yeah, I'm really happy with that. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I've enjoyed making it to some extent. I have some exciting things coming up next, but we'll finish up this video now and then make another one with updates probably. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time.